The inspiration to open Rock Collage was when I was about 16. I got hit by a car and I had a jade turtle, but I didn't know what the purpose of the jade turtle was until that day. Jade is very protective, very lucky, very soothing, and turtles mean everlasting life or long life. So I used that turtle to remind myself throughout rehabilitation that everything was going to be fine. Nothing from traditional work worked versus, me doing my own actual healing work, which was Pilates, yoga, meditation, and stuff like that. So fast forward to when in my early 20s when I started to suffer some more physical pain. It wasn't until the metaphysical world really took a grasp of me, and I utilized making crystal bracelets for myself and others and saw the help that it did for them. So it kind of birthed the store and the brand to kind of help more and more people, just like myself, to do what I'm doing. I named Rock Collage, or my shop Rock Collage, because all the crystals or stones are usually referred to as rocks, and because I'm an artist, I believe everything's a collage and no two crystals are the same. So I fused the two, my art as well as the love of nature and rocks, together and called my business Rock Collage. What do I sell in here? I sell crystal jewelry. Majority of it is handmade. About, I'd say 85% of the jewelry here are made here. Rings, necklaces, bracelets, crowns. I also sell imported incense, as well as magical soaps, baths, candles we make here in-house. Some of them we don't. We sell loose stones. I am proud to say that I have over 350 crystals and stones here in the store, all with different properties, and I know a majority of them. We also sell sage sprays, home decor, toothpaste, believe it or not, body wash, lotions and potions, and all that fun stuff. The wooden jewelry here, the earrings, so a majority of the earrings are either made by myself or hand painted, or they're made in Africa by a small village, either in Zimbabwe, Kenya, and other African countries, where the women who make the earrings, the proceeds that are funded by purchasing an earring actually goes back to the community and help that community. So I'm huge about giving back to small businesses or small communities for women and children to actually survive. This is something that I birthed prior to COVID, and it was two things I was giving birth during COVID. It was my first child, my first son, as well as my first crystal deck. I actually had the artwork done by a intern. Her name is Nia. She does get credit here on the deck. She hand drew every image. What I like about this deck is that I have crystals that are not in your typical crystal deck, as well as affirmations or a set of directives to do or utilize when you're using this deck. You can shuffle it and you pull up one card, or you can shuffle it and pull 3 cards, and the crystals kind of guide you into what mood you're in and what you need to work on, or an affirmation or a positive direction or directive to utilize. This is one of my favorite projects that I created. The reason being because it's like a dual use item, where you could just pull it for the crystal properties, or you could pull it for the narrative or the directive that the crystal card is telling you to do. My favorite thing that I hear when people walk into the store is, oh my God, it smells so nice, or it feels so homely, or where did this come from? Why is this here in Teaneck? Teaneck of all places. So those are some of the things I hear often. Sometimes people come in and they just start crying because they just feel the energy. Some people walk out feeling renewed and rejuvenated. So those are some of the favorite things that I like hearing about when someone walks into the space. In this journey of being here in the shop, I always wanted like some type of extra service to provide to my consumers. So I looked up the whole aura reading, and a lot of people are into like the photo where it shows your aura in different colors. And although that's fun and well, it doesn't really compute to understanding truly what your aura is. So with my idea, I actually did extensive research, and I found a great company called Biopulsar or AuraMed, and they use a plate that has 44 gold carat prongs that read the 44 points within your hand, and it spits out an entire process feed of two computer generated readings. The first reading is all of your chakras and what their levels are, and anything between 50 and 60 is usually optimal for a chakra. Anything underneath 50 is below average, and anything over 60 is overactive. And then we kind of go into understanding how that chakra is either underactive, overactive, or what you need to do. And it spits out a beautiful report to educate you on dietary habits, what's affecting your fog, how to ground, aromatherapy, bath products, all of that. That's just the chakra point. And then for the holistic part, it shows you whether you're dehydrated, whether you're stressed, if certain organs are not optimized or working to their best ability. So this machine does like it all. I do a lot of events here, and one of my favorite events to have since the inception of this space, this actual physical space, is the painting events. And one of my favorite ones is the Heal, Paint, and Plant, where there are two options. We can either plant a potted plant that's already thriving, or we could plant something from scratch. The pots are blank canvases, and you get to paint whatever comes to mind. I offer a sound bath prior to the painting so that you get into the mood. I provide the paint as well as stencils, because a lot of people are creative and some people aren't. So you have the option of doing whatever it is you'd like. And the plant usually is something very simple, a snake plant where it's very difficult to kill, or aloe, or if it's from scratch, it's probably a flower or a tulip or a vine, something super easy, not too stressful for the individual to maintain. And then you get to choose a crystal from the wall of crystals that we have to go home with it. You can either bury the crystal into the soil to help nurture the plant's growth, or something to allow you to remember self-care and self-healing with the growth of the plant. My big next thing is actually, and I'm so excited to share this, and it's moving. I am moving. Not only am I moving, but I'm going to be offering so much more in the new space that I cannot offer here. And one of the main things that I'll be offering is something called halotherapy. And halotherapy is something where people tend to kind of go into like a salt cave and just like decompress. I'm huge on salt, especially sea salt or mineral salt or Himalayan salt. What the halotherapy is going to allow is for a 30 to 45 minute session where you're going to help rejuvenate your respiratory system, decompress, recalibrate your senses, and let go of any worries in the world for that small time frame. It's going to be a super affordable service that's going to be offered 7 days a week once I'm in that new space. The other awesome, amazing thing I'll be offering is chromotherapy. I couldn't offer that here in this small space because it's, again, small, but chromotherapy is also light therapy. And I have someone building my instruments as we speak, where it's going to have Vogel crystals, 7 Vogel crystals that help with aligning all the chakras. We can target one chakra and one color. It's light therapy. Or we can target all the chakras or all the colors and help heal from the cellular level, as well as provide Reiki energy on top of that. I am super, super happy about it. And it'll have a copper pyramid above the bed so that the copper can really like pull whatever it needs to pull out of your energetic feel or auric field to kind of shatter that negative stagnant energy and allow for the color therapy to really permeate and do its thing. So those are two super fun things that I'll be offering in my new space. I just cannot wait until it's here, and yeah, that's where I'm at.